Welcome. Another episode of Safety Zone
with Tom and Nichole.
Huh? And Nichole. That's Coney. Tom. And Coney.
So what do you want to talk about today? Where are we?
Kids in the kitchen.
Yeah, we're in the kitchen.
Is there a place for them in the kitchen?
There is.
Absolutely.
Yep.
A lot of fun to be had.
Can they help cook?
Absolutely. To an extent.
At the stove?
Depends on how old they are. We really have to make sure we're matching their abilities with what we're giving them to do as a task. We don't want to have little kids managing things that are hot or just coming out of the oven.
Or there's grease involved.
Grease involved.
Splatter. Yep. So what can they do? Little ones.
Little ones. Let's
like
talk
Coney.
about Coney-sized. Can help shred up lettuce and cut up things. They have specialized knives for kids that are made to not cut skin, be a little more safety-minded. So you can look at some of that stuff to get kids help cutting softer things like bananas and maybe strawberries, cucumbers, things that aren't going to have a lot of resistance, just to get them helping. We want to get our kids helping in the kitchen. It helps increase them trying new foods. Mm-hmm. They get a little more curious.
They want to actually start to help make meals as they get older.
Yeah, we want to encourage that as much as possible. They're really good at mixing.
And that's something I always tell parents too, is put flour in a bowl, put some water. For the really little toddlers, they don't know what they're doing, but they're helping because they want to be right there with us.
Yeah. Yep. So they're helping us. They're getting some motor skills going on too. Mm-hmm. You know, some developmental help we're going to give them there. So we want to do as much as we can with them in the kitchen.
Let's talk a little bit about food safety.
We've all had food poisoning before, right?
Pretty recent. Gave it to myself.
That's another episode.
Yep.
It can be very uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. Mild, cases are a little more inconvenient, but it could be pretty severe. We've all had those experiences where it's...
The cross-contamination of cutting boards. The yellow is for chicken. The green is for vegetables. Is that
where you went wrong before? You mixed your cutting boards?
No, not with this episode.
Well, that is important. Yeah. When we're keeping things clean, we want to make sure that we're not letting raw meats, seafood, poultry, all of the eggs come in contact with anything where we might be cutting raw vegetables that we're going to eat without cooking.
And it's important not to just flip it over and use the other side. No. Because one of the things is then kids start to do that too.
Yes, bad habits.
Not realize. Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and habits sometimes we might grow up with. One misconception we get a lot of questions about is, should I rinse chicken before I use it?
No.
A lot of people, it's like a 50-50 debate. Some people think you have to, some people think you don't.
Yep.
Standard is nope, it's not. We don't want to rinse any sort of meat in a sink because it's just splattering. You're getting the potential to contaminate more areas than if you're just cooking the chicken. But that's why it's important to watch those internal temperatures, because with little ones that's especially important. We want to make sure all of the meat that they're eating is cooked to the right temperatures. We can have steak that's a little more medium rare or however we like it. Our immune systems are different. They cannot handle it.
And we should always use a thermometer to check the temperature.
Meat thermometer, not the what is it?
It's well done.
Yep, seems about right.
Yep.
No.
Nope.
We want to use a thermometer.
Yep, and make sure that we're doing it right.
Yep.
And the other thing with thawing meat too is
how are you supposed to do it?
You're not supposed to do it in the sink. You're not supposed to do it on the countertop.
Nope.
In the fridge, or using a microwave.
You can use a microwave.
Yep.
Cold water bath is like a better resort than hot water baths. Sometimes we throw it in the hot water to thaw it quick, but that uneven thawing causes that bacterial growth to just increase exponentially, and it's just, there's so much potential for...
One of the last things we should hit on is pizza. Where do you store your leftover pizza for the next day?
Not
in the oven, right?
Not in the oven. Stop it.
Nope. Because that bacteria can be the oven
That's
door.
how you got sick.
That is not how I got sick. I'm not going to tell you how I got sick.
Yeah. So we want to get kids involved in the kitchen. We want to be safety-minded. Get them doing what they can do to help, and
make sure that they're safe in the kitchen and supervised.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's all we got.
That's all we have
From Safety Zone.
Safety Zone.